afternoon. My name is Brittany Cano with Holistic Nurse Coaches. So I'm going to be sharing with you 7 exercises that are great to add in if you are a runner. Running is a great exercise using the whole body, and we want to make sure we're doing strength training with it. To run by itself is just not enough, and you're more than likely going to end up with injuries. Running is a sport that ends up with a high amount of injuries, but if we can do these strength training exercises, we have a much higher chance of not ever receiving an injury. So the first one we're going to do, you can do these with or without weights, is going to be a sumo squat. So heels are in, toes are out, chest is up. We want to think about our form here, our posture always. When I say engage the core, it's almost like you're like pulling the belly in, thinking about engaging those muscles. You may not really feel like a whole lot's going on there. That's okay. You want to think about keeping the chest up, tucking those hips under. I'm squeezing my butt cheeks right now. And we're going to come down and up. Push through those pinky toe, heels are down and up. All right. You can do this with weights as well. I could grab these weights, hold these weights here, squat down and up. You're going to want to warm up before you go into the strength training circuit here. So make sure you do power walk, maybe go through all these exercises 8 times without any weights, and then you add the weights in. So next thing we're going to do is reverse lunge. Again, you can do this with or without weights. If you're brand new to strength training, skip the weights in the beginning. And then once you feel confident, add them in. So we're going to step back. Split leg exercises are great because running is, we run one leg at a time. So we really, doing something that's split leg can be super helpful. I'm going to show you this from the side as well. So I keep my chest up. I start with my initial form, pull those shoulder blades back, look straight ahead, and pausing here. See my knee and my ankle ideally are about 90 degrees. My back leg kind of looks like an L. My chest is forward, and then I'm going to step back together, and I'm going to alternate. Okay? If that's not working for you, that's okay. You can go find a step and step up the same leg and step back down on steps at your house, steps at the park, that kind of thing, and then switch legs, maybe do like 10 to 20 each leg and switch, and then once you feel good with that, you can start to add in weights. It's also a unilateral movement. Next thing we're going to do is deadlifts. I'm going to give you some variations here, starting nice and tall, standing up straight, come forward, flat back, squeeze the glutes, stand back up. You want to watch that you're not doing this. You're going to hurt your back. It's not going to feel good. Nice flat back. It's almost like you're leading with your chest there. And back up. If you have issues with your back, you've had some major back surgeries, I want to encourage you to start coming down onto the ground. You may not want to do those deadlifts. Come on down to the ground. Come from the side here. Lift those hips up. Squeeze the glutes. Lower back down. Lift those legs up. Think about keeping those knees a little bit in towards each other and lower down. All right. Then we have calf raises with or without weights to start with. We use our calves in running. So standing up nice and tall, getting those toes up there. If you have a way to do single leg calf raise, woo, you can do that too. Same thing. It's harder, right? See my balance there? Same thing with the deadlifts. You can do single leg deadlifts as well. All right, so that is our lower body strengthening. We do use our arms when we run. So to keep this simple, to give you the best bang for your buck, hold on, that's like a phrase that I hear has a whole story behind it. So to give you the best use of your time, we're gonna do push-ups. Options to do push-ups from the wall. Place those hands a little more than shoulder width apart. The closer to the wall, the easier. The further back I leverage myself, the harder. Just play with where the hand placement feels good. All right. Next option is going to be coming down onto the knees for those push-ups. If your knees bother you, double mat. Add some cushion there. Bringing those arms out wide, coming down and up. Think about keeping the neck in line with the spine or coming from the toes for push-ups. Core, like I keep mentioning, is really important in running. So we're going to do 2 core moves First one being a plank hold. Start with working your way up to 30 seconds. Once that becomes easier, add on 15 seconds, hold that plank. Maybe you can do a few rounds. So option here, if you're new to planking, maybe you plank from the knees. No butts in the air, hips down. You could also plank against like a countertop. You want to think about having your shoulder, elbow, and wrist in alignment. Curl those toes under or come into a plank. From here, think about keeping the neck neutral. Try to watch the neck. Sometimes we want to drop it down or turn it up, keep it neutral. Or you can drop on down to your forearms here. So lots of options for plank. The last one's going to be a star crunch. We want strong hip flexors as runners. So I like to support my neck on this one. So I place one hand behind my neck, one arm out. I like to call this one like a star crunch, kind of a little star right now. And you're going to reach up towards opposite leg and switch sides. And switch. So some variations here. Maybe you crunch with the knee. And you don't take those shoulders too far off the mat when you're getting started, when you're getting used to this. So lots of options here. Please feel free to reach out, ask me any questions. You want to really focus on your form, but let me tell you, adding in a strength training routine is a game changer, has so many health benefits, helps prevent you from receiving any injuries, helps with balance, metabolism. There's a lot of great hormonal processes that happen when we have a strong strength training routine. Great endorphins, just like you might experience when you're running. Cardiovascular benefits, also helps prevent osteoporosis. So, and many other things. So it's a great thing to add in. This is a pretty simple process here. 7 exercises. You definitely can do this. You can carve out 7 minutes if that's all you've got and do this routine. So best of luck. You got this. Bye-bye.